Hey, I am Gavin, and I will be casting the Apex Legends tournament today at Paradigm. It'll be first match Soul versus Step One versus Generic Gaming for Game One. We'll be getting in a few minutes.
Remember that. I know what you're looking for.
So,
I'm in. I'm not afraid. I'll never be.
No,
Introducing your champion.
yeah, let's just.
Faster. This time.
Get. Okay, so here we are going into game 1 with Step 1 versus Generic Gaming, and they're about to land. I thought they were. Okay, yeah, they're.
Pop the smoke, make 'em broke.
So,
Listen and fight.
Ready to go. Seen?
We're watching Cole's point of view today.
This is your champion.
It's time. I'm the jump
Soul
master.
is a jump master, so he decides to jump really.
Here we go. Ready up. Ready to check it out.
They land, go inside.
Attention. First blood.
RE40.
First blood. Good thing it's not us.
Let's go. Down shield. The one goes down.
Got a hop up here. Junk.
Zipline here. Let's explore this way.
Picked up
Good, we're
pretty
inside.
Good gun, Havoc. The new gun just came out last week.
The champion made a poor
I just got it
choice.
2 days ago, so.
Traffic over there.
It's these people towards west. Not gonna take any shots. I'm gonna give away his position.
Opening
Shots
fire.
down, 36.
Shooter.
I go down.
Top
Or
of the
play
chimney.
field run, go back up to full.
Spotted.
Those are
Let's go
the
this enemy over there.
body armor.
Frag out. Contact. On my mark.
Hockey wailing.
Chimney.
There's some problem as well.
Reloaded.
Reloading.
No, next one.
Reloading. Enemy down.
But his teammate is down. His other teammate is very low.
Reloading.
Maybe the end
Boy
for them.
jumping.
Oh, smart move. And Slow goes down willing, the last member alive. Their squad was eliminated, and I don't think he even got his kill. That's the end of game 1 for step 1. Yeah, 0 kills. Their whole team dead. They didn't have any kills. Okay, so at the end of game 1, step 1 didn't get any points. They had no kills. They're probably about to go into game 2 here.
And how this tourney works is that it's accumulation of all the kills at the end of the game.
Yeah,
2 rounds, I believe.
I think so.
Oh, and we had a supply drop that we just missed.
And he's got 14 more though. Here.
Yeah, let's,
Show it
let's
to
go.
us.
Let's go to some drops while we wait.
Now getting into game 2 for step 1. About to select the characters. Probably just choose the same ones as last game, since most teams do their stuff, just have everyone play a certain character. In same order we're picking as last time.
Spent gunpowder. Smells like victory.
So we'll probably take Ray.
With the right moves.
Yeah, you'll
take
probably
this win.
lifeline. Probably lifeline though.
Pay attention. You might learn a thing or two.
This is your champion.
Wacky Welling is jump master for this game, so let's
Got a
see.
good feeling
Oh,
about this
he
area.
relinquishes it to Soul. Okay. Alright.
Got a good feeling about this area.
And Soul's marking repulsors, so I'm just wanting to go there, see if his teammates are down with it. Or he's jump masters, they gotta pretty much do whatever he says anyway.
Dropping in, hang on.
They marked repulsor, but their landing is too short to go there. I'm just gonna land close.
Let's reposition. First blood. FNG's always go first.
So, Spitfire, pretty good gun.
Optics here.
One of the best in the game, probably. Use my shield cells.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Rings far, ladies. Oscar Mike.
We don't know if anyone else landed with them. I didn't see anyone on drop, but there might be. It's a purple helmet.
That one.
Longbow here. Body shield here. Level 1.
New kill leader appointed.
I mean, it's 5 it's 3 different.
Watch your 6.
Let's go this way.
Oh, No. That's not.
Might be something good this way.
Of the squads left. Havoc here. Energy ammo here.
Optics here. Sniper. Let's check out this area. Let's go this way. Might be something good this way.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close. Seconds. Rings close.
Ring ain't far. Half of one. Seconds. Ring's just ahead.
Ring. Ring closing.
It's on. Ring's moving. Open supply bin over
Let's go
there.
this way.
Step 1 still hasn't had any fights yet this game. It stayed mostly in the same spot for the whole game so far. 9 squads left, 26 people.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package coming
Might
in.
be something good this way.
R301 here.
Here they are now in a fight. One of them goes down. Oh, 2 down. Soul's on the one left. He's be running. He uses his portal so he could run faster away. Teammate's down. He could go get his banner. It would be risky. All you gotta just run around, run away, use some shield cells. Try to avoid this fight. It's 3v1 probably.
Wall's closing it.
Oh. And
He tabbed out. He tabbed out.
and he tapped out of his game, but in the middle of his fight.
What?
Round 2. Beginning ring count.
So, official story is he accidentally pressed the Windows key because apparently we're not in gaming mode. What?
He probably would have died there anyway. This is a full team.
We got this round squared away.
Game 3 right now for step 1.
Go on, try to stop
The
me.
characters. Still all team ones.
Prepared and ready.
This is your champion.
So step 1 going into
Wanna
their
tip?
third game now.
Go
Still
back to
have
boot camp.
0 kills. Hopefully they try and get some more this game.
I'm the jump master. This time. Let's land here.
Copy that.
Here we go. Ready up.
Yeah. Soul doesn't have a weapon yet. He's got blue body armor
shield
though, so
here.
that's pretty good.
Level 1.
And then alternators, pretty good SMG. Well, close range.
Attention. First blood.
A flatline.
The battle happens quick, be ready.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Pay attention, some of us aren't inside the ring.
Mozambique here. Hemlock here. Devotion here. R301 here. Prowler SMG here. Wingman here.
Hemlock here.
The Hemlock versatile rifle through the flatline, which is fully automatic. And takes Wingman over the block.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New New kill leader.
Go on, watch out.
Let's explore this way.
Ultimate accelerant here. Shotgun ammo here.
Step 1 still has 0 kills. Haven't seen anyone this game,
This way.
so they don't have any points in this tournament really, or anything to get them past this.
Attention.
Body shield here.
There is a
Level
new
1.
kill leader.
It's
Half
a
the squads
purple
are left.
backpack.
New kill
Pretty
leader.
rare.
Watch for them. Extended light magazine here. Level 2. Optics here. Mid-range. Let's go this way. Body shield here. Shield cell here. Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Care package being delivered.
Care package coming in.
Shield cell here. Shield cell here.
So Sol takes the EVA 8, even though earlier he left behind a Peacekeeper, which is a better shotgun, so I don't know what his strategy is. He might just like this one better.
Going to guard that spot.
So Step 1 hasn't seen anyone this game,
Check out this area.
so don't have any kills yet, and any of their 3 games.
Let's reposition here.
Come and get your birthday present.
Might be something good this way.
Let's check out this area.
RE45 here.
Attention. The kill leader has been eliminated.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him. Let's go this way. Target over there.
I'd have actually found some people now.
Enemy spotted. Target spotted.
That.
How's the podcast? How's that? And just home or I'm really watching it. Are you like flipping through?
Nah, we're just watching the soul right now.
We're literally, so the way that we have our setup right now.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Attention. The champion has been eliminated.
The champion made a poor choice.
Also over there.
Care package being delivered.
Looks like a care package is coming in. Big things in that.
Let's check out this area.
Copy that.
Energy ammo here.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
Only 2 other squads
New
left.
kill leader appointed.
Throwing thermite.
New kill as our bomb. Optics here. Mid-range.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
So only 3 squads left now in Step 1's game. They still haven't had any eliminations, so they probably can't get... Well, they're not going to be able to get that many kills for this game. Since their last game, they didn't have any of the other 2. They won't get too many this whole round. Just... I'll just sitting in this building waiting to find someone to fight. Watching the west side because they have to rotate and do the circle.
Thermite grenade here.
Somebody's in our invite.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Say one. We're all
Package
inside.
being delivered.
You hear
I
that?
have.
There's a care
Might be
package
something
coming
good this
down.
way.
It's not that one. We have. The second one. That was
Some purple body armor. Pretty good for late game. None of the squads have fought yet out of the last 3. So they're all probably pretty spread out then.
It's basically like that, but has speakers to the left and right of it.
like that and that. Yeah. And it's flatter, isn't it? Yeah, that's the same one I used. I found that it set it
Care
at
package
the
over there.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Care package over. Enemy over there.
high
So
quality.
there's 2 supply drops in front of them. They don't want to go for them. They're probably just trying to bait other people from.
Let's explore this way.
Let's go this way.
Okay. Ha, enemy spotted.
One minute. Rings nearby. Let's check out this area. Forget that.
"45 seconds. Rings just up ahead."
Let's reposition here. 3-0. Rings close.
Let's go this way.
Okay.
Round 4 about to close in now, so there'll probably be some rotates in the zone we're there. So you might see the last 2 teams here.
While having overloading CPU.
Say one. We're all inside this ring.
Let's check out this area. Hostile, right here.
Oh, they're taking shots. They found a team finally. Pushing forward on them.
Beginning ring countdown.
Alright, I don't get the peacekeeper. Oh, and getting hit from above. One down. Chase got he did. He went down twice. His teammate had like 8 kills. His teammate Chase had 1 kill. His teammate had 9. Well, Step 1 didn't get a single kill out of their 3 games. So yeah, Step 1 didn't get any kills their first round.
Second round. They put the details in the thing. Let's check this.
So generic was that after all 3 generic games?
This was after first round, I believe. I don't think they've updated it.
Yeah.
We're waiting for updated scores right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how many points generic got against Step 1 to see. Well, we already know that Step 1 lost, but let's see how many points generic has in a second.
We will be right back while we get scores and stuff already.
The Biscuit Squad and PB Esports to report.
Guys, oh, pardon me. Also,
I only have. So these boys are gonna be the commentators for today. Our next match should be PB Esports that we're gonna watch. So we're gonna go back to intermission until they get in game, which should be soon, hopefully.
this Wraith. We
So
have a job to
here
do.
we are going into game 1 with PvE Esports, and they're now selecting their legends.
Safety's off. Weapons free.
You and I will survive together.
Like it picked up everything. Here.
Introducing your champion.
No such thing as auto aim, ladies. This is a good LZ.
Enemy over there.
Hold on tight. It's time to drop, shock, and rock.
Might do something good this round. Forget that. Target spotted.
Drop names.
Attention. First blood.
First blood.
Let's check out this area.
Champion eliminated. Round 1. Beginning ring countdown. Attention. There is a new kill
Good work.
leader.
We're inside the next ring.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
Mozambique here.
I like that.
Let's check out this area.
Optics here. Sniper. Never mind. Might be something good this way. Optics here. Sniper.
Attention.
Yeah, it's a sniper's thing.
New kill leader. Watch for them. R301 here. Optics here. Mid-range.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Watch your 6.
Eva 8 here. Half the squads remain. Vive el Vena.
Right.
Okay. He's not really sure what he wants.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, they're all just staying in the same area pretty much right now. They don't really have to rotate or go anywhere.
I don't even know where they are. Are they bridges or?
Yeah, I think so.
This guy's scared.
Heavy ammo here.
Good guy, Gavin.
There we go, I got the sight.
Oh,
what?
That's an interesting.
Wait, why wouldn't he take this?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wingman.
Heavy
I guess
Now
ammo
he
he
uses like
doesn't-
over like as an SMG. Not really sure what he's.
Yeah,
Heavy ammo here.
I'll definitely put
Making
the
some
sight on the
questionable
wingman.
choices.
Yeah.
Maybe he switches. Maybe he'll switch.
Energy ammo here.
Hey, maybe it works for him. I don't know.
Alright, Rick, is he left it there?
Yeah.
Kinda hard to aim with the wingman, there's no sight.
Yeah. I mean, he still would have had a sight on Arthur.
Attention in progress. Kill leader.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
I still like
New kill leader. Watch your 6.
That was a, if I use it 3 times on AR,
I mean, maybe it'll make sense at this point once he starts actually getting. Right now, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Heavy ammo here.
Yeah. Well, that'll work.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package incoming. Let's get to the LZ.
Heavy ammo here.
There
now,
we go,
now he
there
takes
we
the
go.
sight.
Ultimate accelerant here.
I think that's like one of the best sights happening. Probably not that.
Let's reposition here.
Might be something good this way.
It looks like. Okay, Jim.
Yeah, kind of leaving him behind.
So they're gonna push in this.
Probably some people in there. Yeah.
Zero kills at the moment.
Still.
Alright, looks like they
No,
might
they
be
spotted
out of
people in
yeah.
Skull Town.
I don't know if he's gonna take a shot or not.
Yeah, his teammates taking the shot.
Yeah.
Placing a portal.
Placing the lift for his teammates to use
I set the portal.
I don't know if that was there. Sure, no.
Oscar Mike.
it. Not sure. They're taking a lot of damage.
Okay, he's kinda low, so I'll take shield.
So besides just keep fighting. Down. One left.
I'll reload.
Enemy down. Reloading.
Oh,
We could have switched to his wing.
yeah, if he switched this one, yeah, he would have had that last shot. Probably would have got him.
I wonder how much health he's at.
If he would have just used shields when he was on top, he probably would have gotten the kill.
That's what I would have done.
They get any kills?
I don't think so. They were both knocked. So after game 1, PvE Esports, no kills.
No.
About to head into game 2 now.
Oh, you got a stream deck? Nice.
Yeah, it's a personal stream deck from home, but okay, that means.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Everyone, subscribe to Soul. On Twitch. Let's move on to our second game. Our second game or third?
Second, going into game
Okay.
2 now with PvE Esports. Didn't have any kills first.
I've got everything you need.
Looking kind of good. I don't know. They're pretty good.
Two of the squad was really good.
This is your champion.
You better not romp with me.
I'm the jump master.
One off.
This time.
Doesn't get hit a single time. Oh no, it is. Back. Alright, so PvE Esports going in, about to drop.
Let's land here.
Got tight. It's time to drop, shock, and rock.
His last game, didn't know the area.
Oh, you got a Mozambique.
Everything's the commentator
Still doesn't have a good weapon, so they don't push him.
Attention. First blood.
trying to find anything else.
Oh,
It's
He's very unlucky.
Oakland's up there.
Yeah, he's gotta get Psyop in that.
Round one.
I don't know if he
Beginning
likes
ring countdown.
last game.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage.
3 times or 6.
Do that back? Alright.
Oh, got a longbow now.
Got a longbow, nice.
Because
Mozambique.
I'll take that.
yeah.
There you go.
No one landed with them again.
There's another Mozambique right there.
Yeah. Pretty much.
How heavy on that?
Drop.
Okay. Maybe his teammate has another gun.
Yeah.
Oh no, he did.
Longbow DMR here.
Yeah,
Maybe he just doesn't like sniper.
Peacekeeper here. Shotgun ammo here.
I'll find the...
Oh, he's
there
up
you
there.
go, you got
There.
the- Hey, you could use...
Not opening
You
up.
might as well use
He's
it.
not opening up.
I don't know. I've never heard of him call me.
Yeah, they're in blue.
Let's reposition here. Pop and smoke.
They rush or they just wait.
Probably gonna rush. They're already
I don't know if they're in the fight. Maybe, I think he accidentally put this book down.
New kill leader appointed.
Careful, new kill leader.
I guess they're going to the bunker. Yeah, it looks like they're to the bunker.
No, this person did.
New kill leader appointed.
I was just
Taking fire.
1 second. We got this.
Tango down. Reloading.
oh, his teammates wait.
Kill leader has been removed.
They don't have a lifeline, that's not good.
But
Yeah.
they outside.
new kill leader.
No, I didn't have
Call
it.
him if you spot him.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Alright. Ooh, there's an epic backpack right there. Okay, okay. I think you already have it. Oh, you might have, yeah.
Warning. Ring closing.
Healing my wounds. We have the benefit. We are inside the ring.
I mean, he's definitely using.
Alright, you get some. There's like 20 attachments for everyone.
Attention.
Gotta hop up here. Barrel
What
choker.
side is you using?
Optics here. Mid-range.
Alright, that's not bad. Yeah, I'll use it.
I don't remember.
Wait, what?
I guess it's just me.
Hey, what do you mean?
Show me as an R99 if he's
That's a good setup.
Yeah, but like for far range.
That's true, yeah.
for medium or. So I guess
Yeah, his teammate has it on.
He has a ton of light ammo.
Light ammo here.
This guy's
down. Close. Reloading. Just us now. Gotta watch each other's back.
Downed an enemy.
Reloading. Reloading.
Got our squad mate's banner.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Reloading.
He has 2 kills right now. I'm not sure how many.
Taking a knee. Patching up.
Oh, one teammate died.
Just running.
Using a med kit. 1 second.
It was not my time.
Extended light magazine here.
Beginning
Level 3.
ring countdown.
a lot of kills.
Champion eliminated.
The champion has fallen.
Body shield here. Level 2.
Yeah, all of that shield are full.
Yeah,
Let's go this way.
Oh, that's good. Bio. Squad has the legs. That's what.
14.
Setting a portal. Portal's ready.
Hold on, I'll leave.
I don't even know where they're in.
We can't do that.
No, put it above it.
You're in their sights. There may be a shooter nearby.
A minute left.
Give my shield a recharge. Come on in. Almost painless is waiting.
This time I'm down.
One more teammate still alive.
You shoot
You could get him.
blanks
They're
and you
both
just
low.
miss a lot.
I got you.
They go down. They had a decent amount of kills.
Yeah.
6 kills.
Watching here.
Game 2 for PvE Sports. Yeah, that was a good game.
I know that. Like they're ready again.
Yeah, about to go into game 3 for PvE Sports.
Yep.
Good job.
Other teams are fire right now. Waiting.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for. They should just go in and play their 3rd game.
Looks like one screen flat. They might want to take a. That cruiser. Oh, he's loading another game. I think he's backing out.
It might be restarting.
I take a short. He's down. I got.
Yeah.
Who? This guy was good.
Your party's not bad.
But this team is.
I'm gonna cast. Bill did a good job, but I want to cast. Mike is hot. I'm here. Mike's always hot because I'm here.
It's hot.
Grab that. Flip it around.
Right.
All right. So we are going into game 3 for PvE Sports.
With the right moves. We'll take this win.
And let's see who we got here. We got Bangalore. We got
When they fall, we rise.
Bangalore, Bloodhound, and Raid. I'm your host, Nuclear, Director of Paradigm.
And hello, my name is Contagion here, sitting with him here.
And we are going to be casting this next game.
Alright, let's see what we got going on.
This is your champion.
I'm the jump master. This time.
Let's touch down here.
Yeah, let's see where they decide to land.
Supply ship over there.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, are they going for dropship? They're eyeing it. They're eyeing it pretty fierce. Oh no. They're either gonna go to dropship or they're just gonna go straight right over there. Yeah, kind of smart to do this. Is this game 3 with it?
I believe this is game 3. We should probably update the overlay so that we can see which game specifically we're on for individual rounds. Yeah, and this is a really hot zone. It has a, as you can see, the repulsor station has high tier loot, so they're pretty ballsy game 3, honestly.
I like it. I like it. Spicy.
Attention.
Wingman here.
All right, Good Guy Gavin leading his team. So a little bit of background: Good Guy Gavin is the president of Pleasant Valley Esports, which is what PV stands for. They're one of the newest esports scenes here in the Quad Cities, but they are dominating in the Overwatch and the Fortnite scene. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah,
so I'm interested to see how they do in Apex, which is kind of a mixture of both games.
Round 1.
Ooh,
Beginning
purple
ring
helmet.
countdown.
You had to think about it for a second. He didn't know if that was worth it. It's like, should I go with the default helmet or go with a little bit of the purple? Alright.
Definitely the purple is a good idea.
Give this Spitfire. He's probably going to drop that Scout
Optics
until
here.
he finds something
Close
better
range.
to pick it up with, unless he wants to play that that spicy gameplay with that G7, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of people go late game with that.
Yeah, what do you prefer?
What I prefer, R301 and Peacekeeper. If I can get the choke for the Peacekeeper, that's game over.
Dude, that is literally my setup. Same exact
Really?
setup. I love R301. It has good stability when you're firing, and it just feels right. And then Peacekeeper's really good for close combat.
Yeah, that I think it's a legendary mid-range, that holographic that has the heat That with that R301 or even with the Peacekeeper, just so solid, especially when you're playing with like Bangalore or playing with Bangalore.
Yeah.
Right through the smoke. Super useful.
Honestly, too, they kind of lucked out. I feel like right here, they haven't encountered any teams since they dropped in this area, and they've gotten a lot of.
They can pretty much just take this entire area here, just and see how much they can get done before I haven't seen them pull up the map, so I can't see exactly where the circle is, but it looks like the circle's probably somewhere on the left side, probably towards Thunderdome or Air Base. What it's looking like so far. How do you guys feel about your game?
Oof. They feel disgusted.
Unfortunate. How'd you guys finish?
Oof.
I need
a little bit better than what my
Forget
team
that.
got, you know, just
Zero, so that's always a plus.
A little bit worse than what my team got. 28 flexing on them haters.
You're not like
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Not even 200 damage for one kill.
You know it.
Alright, is he gonna take it? Oh yeah, you know he's
he's got it.
There's that. He got rid of that G7. I was calling it. I'll probably keep. Oh, he's gonna drop all of his light ammo. I like to keep at least a stack or two of light ammo. Just keep like one space, just in case if I did decide to change my weapon. But with what he's got right there, he's probably
Energy
running
ammo
the
here.
Spitfire piece.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
Energy ammo here.
Thanks.
Let's explore this way. Punching a tunnel.
Thanks.
I set the portal. Spitfire here. 1 minute. Ring's pretty close. Energy ammo
big
here.
energy cells coming out.
Mozambique here.
Half gone.
Oh, so
half
he's
left.
Is anyone? So they're all playing regular skins. Have you played Caustic or Mirage yet?
Yes, I played a bit of Caustic. I was actually wanting to really pick him up into my rotation, but I just feel like he's not super useful late game. He does, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of things that actually are super beneficial. Like if you drop on the ship when if you get early game on that, dropping down his barrel's super useful. You can literally just take over a ship super quickly, especially if you get a weapon, you can just scare everyone off. And there's a couple things if you hold out in certain locations, it can work out really well. If you guys have seen any of the memes, you can cheese pretty hard with a couple of rooms with them. But I feel like that's kind of
Extended light mag here. Energy ammo here.
For him, but it is kind of like a holdout scenario that would work with that stuff.
So he's gimmicks.
Yeah.
He's very gimmicky.
Yeah, and I would say like one of the things that where the give or take of it is, the reason why I feel like it doesn't really work well as someone that you can choose someone else over, especially with a squad of 3, is the fact that your team can't even see through that that cloud that he puts up. So
can you see outlines of characters?
No, just he can. He can.
Yeah, but your team can't.
But your team can't.
Yeah.
So especially if you think of it, if a lot of people are probably gonna have a team of Bangalore. So Bangalore, and then if you double it up with Caustic, then it's literally just so much stuff going on in the middle of a firefight.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just cloudception everywhere. If you're inside of a room, people are just firing around, pretty much just following trails.
Yeah, I can see why that would work out really well.
That's right, if you have that digi threat.
I use BAM. Mainly, I won't.
Dropship has been called.
Attention. Delivery care package.
Care package
Yeah, I feel like
usually carry rare
if you
platforms.
went for whatever reason, if you're just like I'm gonna go with Bangalore and you want to have a Caustic and you got a digi threat early game,
Let's
that
go
would be
this
just,
way.
but then that's hindsight 2020, you know. So you're going in thinking like, hey, I'm gonna get something like this super high tier loot to help my player out. Vice versa, get a super good squad. Like I think Girl Squad's pretty solid. So Bangalore, Raid, and Lifeline. super solid.
Yeah.
I would say that that's probably the dominant right now. Are there any words on like when the first patch is gonna come out?
Already hot fixed them all. Not any patch.
Okay, and then let's see what's over this week. It's going to probably have some patches. Okay.
Another new patch. Star Ellen.
Ooh, 50 cal
Talking about
sniper
a new
rifle.
gun, we got a legendary weapon coming over here.
I'm gonna pick it up. But, ooh, Havoc, is he picking it up? Nope, he's keeping his Spitfire, he's keeping his Peacekeeper.
Yeah, I would assume that he's probably going to keep both of these weapons himself.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the other guys' setups, but he got a pretty good Spitfire setup. Obviously,
Yeah,
he
he
can
does.
get the stock, but the stock in that barrel extender aren't going to do a whole lot for him. But yeah, now he's got that.
Someone's got a shot on me, pretty
juicy
sure.
Overshield.
NSJ will actually drop them more.
And that level 3.
Oh! He's popping
I don't
it.
know if that's the same squad on him or if that's the third squad.
Oh wow, that will change the entire course of this fight in my opinion. NSJ has got to get in the circle though. Someone just dropped, I didn't even know the
I didn't even see the ring.
Neither did I. They need to get in a valuable position. Oh, if they can flank from the side here.
Ring's not very close.
Oh, he's missing everything.
Throwing Arc Star.
You gotta push back towards that
He's honestly stuck. He has to get in the circle.
He's gonna have to come in and get into the fire.
Oh, that was a good trail. That was a great trail.
Got the whole squad.
It looks like we have a third squad,
over there.
fourth squad.
Taking fire.
I think that's just the third squad up there. They have good visuals, but I don't think that other squad
Recharging my
has
shields.
eyes on them. I think they just third squad.
Yeah, and honestly, they want to keep this valuable position right here behind this rock, get their shields back up before they engage in another fight.
Yeah, it might be. Well, if we're gonna start engaging here, it looks like they might have already been shooting at them. But it might be a good idea if they can possibly get to that loop over there, but it'll probably throw off the cover, but I can see some legendary items.
Punching a tunnel.
So that's where he's standing right now.
I was gonna say, so he did pop his portal. I was gonna say he should have popped it earlier so that he can get him out from behind the rock. He did that. Moving his team around.
Right up to that box.
Ooh, okay.
And oh, it's a turbocharger.
Wow, this guy was stacked.
Did that guy have a Havoc as well? I mean, I would.
He did.
If I was someone on this team, I'd be picking up that Havoc turbocharger. I don't know if the other guys got it.
He must prefer the Spitfire.
Yeah, I mean, good guy can keep this Spitfire. He's doing a pretty good job. He's got a nice sight on it. I wouldn't doubt it if he just sticks with this for the rest of his firefight.
Let's go this way.
He's already got 1 kill in 5 squads.
Yeah, and it looks like they're all really convinced in this area. They have to move into the circle, but if... Oh, wow. That's what we like to call a no bueno.
Oh, that's right. That's one spicy
1
boy
second,
right
we got
there.
this.
He's getting him. He's gonna get the revive off all the way. Yeah.
Thanks for having my back. Taking a med kit. 1 sec.
They don't, it's really important to note they don't have anyone that can heal.
Yeah.
So they are gonna have to rely on just native healing and med kits.
That's true. They don't have a lifeline, and especially in this late game where they're just picking up things
Wasn't a
from
med
death
kit.
boxes. I
1
see that he's
sec.
got quite a bit of med kits. Yeah, he should probably drop one of those for his team. He goes with the shield battery instead, which is nice because that's why
Give me a
activating
sec.
needs. So.
Recharging
Yeah,
shields.
activating, it looked like he had some med kits. He was able to get back. And they're getting their shields up.
They're gonna push up into this building, and they're gonna make their way all the way there. And running away from this fight is probably the best idea. Just their sights. The ground away from them and just, fill things out.
That means they want to, like, they're kind of pinched right now up against the side of the barrier. They really want to make their way more toward the center with 47 seconds left and them being right on the edge.
Yeah, exactly. This round's not gonna end. Yeah, that's right. Once that round ends, it's too hard. Especially with that team right on top of them, like they're still firing on them, like they might go all the way to where this respawn beacon is or past it.
Yeah, NSJ should probably use some more, both him and activating.
Let's go this way.
Need to sit down and get their shields reloaded.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna go
Nice.
balloon up.
Check out this
Looks like
area.
they're gonna make their way towards Skull Town or just on the other side of those rocks. So gets them a good distance, and if those the other team decides to follow them, they're gonna probably be ballooned as well. So they'll probably see the smoke screen. Yeah, it's probably a good area to be on. boxes here.
Ring's moving. Hustle up.
4 squads now. Oh, look at that. There's that Digit threat. Threat on that Peacekeeper. I like to see that. Now if you can get that choke, that'd be a sweet, sweet combination.
Let's explore this way.
Package being delivered.
Here's the hopes when they go into Skulltown if it's going to be looted or not.
Favor from the gods.
Obviously, that is a big area where people like to drop down into, but obviously everything that we're seeing so far has not been looted. So I'd assume if someone did drop down, it would probably be a team or two if they made their way through it or not.
Let's reposition here.
Yeah, they're in the circle, so that's really what's important right now.
Yeah, at this
Give my
point in
shields
time,
a
once they get there,
recharge.
so it is looted. They're probably not going to find a whole lot of stuff except for the fact that they are, not to say the high ground, but they are in a really good position that people are going to be moving towards them instead of them moving toward possibly people. You know?
And as you said at the beginning of that, they should get the high ground right here. They have some pretty favorable weapons.
Yeah, there's a couple
ground.
buildings in here where they can get some good spots. And if I recall correctly, someone picked up the Kraber, correct? Someone got that sniper in this?
I think activating did. I'm not sure.
So I mean, it might be a good idea to get him up top somewhere around here so you can get a good
Good,
look out of the
we're
area.
inside.
See what they decide to do.
Need to recharge my shields.
Yeah, it looks like they might just stop up here for a little sec. Yeah. Yep, it looks like that Bangalore had it on its back.
Recharging my shields.
Recharging my shields.
There he goes. There's that.
Dropping
drop
all the
that
med
did it.
kits.
Yeah, I was assuming he was going to do that a little bit earlier, but the fact that they did it before the next firefight, that's a good idea.
Might be something good this way.
2 enemy squads live. Taking a
Let's
moment to
reposition
recharge
here.
my shields.
Let's see, they're down to 3 squads, so one of the other squads, down to 2 now. So it's literally just them and one other team. I was going to say it was going to be the 2 teams that are pushing in on them, but now there's just the one. It looks like they're going to take the tactical advantage.
This
and go on
Skulltown
in.
ain't big enough for the 2 of us.
That's right, and they're going to push all the way up and see if they can take the airship maybe, or if the other team's headed towards the airship. I can assume that since it landed, I don't know if it's been looted or not. I don't think I saw anything over there. I did see them pinging that location.
Let's go this way.
Over here, so it looks like they're just making their way around.
I see. I don't agree with it. I think they should have stayed in Skulltown. I don't think they should have given up their position over there. Now they're on the outside of the edge of the circle, and someone's going to be coming in from the outside, and they don't really know where.
Yeah, they don't really see where that second team is going to be, but you know, it's the give and take. What I was seeing there, I thought they were just going to be rushing them when they saw that second team go out, so they would try to catch them while they're healing. But there's obviously no movement over here, so I don't know if. Oh, they got some contact. So,
oh, they found him. They're going up to the
let's see,
airship.
Hopefully they don't fire on him just yet.
Yeah, no
Okay,
joke.
so they didn't fire on him, so that's good. That they have the drop on him whenever they
Target
need
spotted.
it. So they're on the airship, so they are kind of like, I wouldn't say quarantine, but they are all consolidated up in this area here. So they're going to see which direction they go down, unless they want to jump on the airship, which I don't think should be a good idea for them, unless if they're ready for it. But let's hope to see if we can have some exciting gameplay here.
Yeah, really. Oh, they found them first.
Body shots there.
I think they're in the unfavorable position right here, though. They will be able to see wherever they go from, since they are kind of stuck in the central location on the airship. But PV is going to have to really play their cards right here.
Honestly, with the shots they had, I think that with everyone being on the top of the deck, it might have been a good idea to possibly push forward or possibly even get some nades up there. It looks like this guy right here doesn't have any, though. So, unfortunately, he's not going to be the one doing that. But they're just holding it, and everyone knows where each other are, so it's probably not the best idea for them to set on top of this roof. Let's
Need
see
to
what they
recharge
do.
my shields. Let's explore this way.
Let's go this way.
Care package on high.
Thinking about moving over there. I think they saw someone come down. Alright,
Already on my mark. Firing
all
for
here is
effect.
moving in. Drinking down the circle. Round 3. Got that Bangalore alt drop right there. They can speak any fighters out.
Not my field. And I don't think they're going to get anything off of that. Okay, smart zip line.
Yeah, they're gonna go see if they can push back towards Skulltown. get some better positioning on them, especially over here. They're gonna have to watch the grouping, because if they get lost over here in these bones, they can't get split up really easily.
Get boned.
That's right. They want to get boned over in the bones, man. Bad job all around.
Oh wow, look at that next circle. I don't think we're gonna get that far, but that's interesting.
Looks like, are they going for that drop?
I think they are.
They are. They're going for it.
And no one's watching the 6 right now.
I was gonna say, I was like, good guy right here. You might want to look behind him.
Good guy's making some bad plays. Really? Okay, let's be honest. What do they need? What do they need?
What do they need? Let's see. I mean, they're pretty set. I mean, as of right now, like, if they can just hold out somewhere in like inside this last ring here, or I guess one of the last rings, if they went towards one of these buildings, or they kept up top with this rock. I mean, this is a good where you can see over top here, but obviously anyone else is going to see it as well. So that team will be a lot easier.
Body shield here.
As I say that, that loot had nothing but purple and blue. And actually, NSJ will probably want to pick up that purple.
He
did. There it is.
Thank goodness. I saw some plays earlier today where people are just missing some very important body armors, which are kind of necessary, especially in game at all. Late game excluded as well, you know.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't me.
It was not you.
Oh, they're on the zip line. They're pinging him. Oh, he missed every single shot right there. Oh, he's coming up to the top. Wow. Oh, they're coming from the back, but he's keeping. Oh my gosh, he's not missed a shot with the Uh-oh. And they are the champions. They're going to win that round.
Moving on up. We got some excitement over here.
What a play.
Champion out. Good work.
You are the Apex Champions.
And wow, what a great game, to be honest.
Yeah, it was relatively solid, especially near the end. There were some plays there that I was kind of concerned about, but especially since there was just that one other team, and once they saw that they were on the airship, if they were watching their backs a little bit better, that's what I would have been more cautious about. But the fact that another team didn't push them as hard as I would expect them to, especially late game, just having that position in the last ring there, that really helped them out.
Yeah, really, when we were both pretty worried when they went over to the bones, but when they got the high ground on the bones and they were able to see most of Skulltown, not to mention the other team was playing super safe.
Yeah,
like super safe.
Yeah, especially when they were on the airship. When they started, they saw the other team saw them first, and they started firing on them. This team here that we're watching were firing up at them, and once they took a couple shots on their body armor, they did back up and they probably healed up. And I didn't see any heads popping out for probably a minute or two, so there's a lot of time there. Just
it looks like they really shelled, and it looks like they didn't really capitalize on that. They took the zipline in, and once they caught him on the zipline, it was over.
Yeah, one of those things that I see a whole lot of people do, which I think that some of them need to watch out on. When you're ziplining in like that, and you start taking hits, or you see your back take hits, drop. I mean, that is a good thing to do. You might not be in the best opportune spot, but it might be better than what you're currently.
They're gonna lead, and they're just gonna hit you.
Because I mean, if you're ziplining in and you obviously aren't shooting them, that's the whole reason why you're trying to get that tactile advantage. So just back off, drop down, see if you can get behind something. Maybe even drop a nade or whatever your ability is, if it can come in handy. You know, like a mirage, something in that situation. Like that.
Don't stay on the zip line.
Don't stay on the zip line, man. It'll get you.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the next game. We have
R301
Seatown Gaming.
All right.
And they are in their first game. And so we're watching, looks like they're using the Paradigm accounts. So Paraduke, Parabridget, and Paradigm Sonic.
All right. See what they do. They are going Girl Squad, which I do favor. So see if hopefully they can get some good work going. They already got some level 2 power armors or body armor.
Setting a portal.
So that's some good work with that. Looks like this guy here is waiting for that raid portal to come up. See if he can look around while instead of just staring at that guy, make sure he doesn't get back.
So just to note as well, for those of you that aren't able to see bracket, I think we have it linked in stream, but PvE Sports did win that round. I think that last game really pushed them over the edge to get the push that they needed.
Alright, let's see what they got. Like this guy's doubling up on some heavy ammoed weapons. I wouldn't it would be a bad idea for him to keep that. He does have the wingman and another heavy armor or heavy ammo. But let's see what they can do. As far as right now, if he keeps both of those, that's perfectly fine because he does have a whole lot of backup reserve ammo. But if he decides to switch off, he's probably going to get rid of that flatline because having just a different assault rifle might be a good idea for him. But in my opinion, if I'm early game and I drop and I don't have like the R301 or whatnot, I think keeping a flatline is a good idea. It keeps relatively nice recoil. It keeps the spacing's really close.
I really like the single fire mechanic. I think that it's favorable most options.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of other weapons that have single fire mechanics that aren't the best, especially like a R301's got some okay to single fire, but it just doesn't do enough damage on its own like that for it to really be used a whole lot. It is more like a kind of a spray and pray gun in most situations when people use it. But it does have some nice grouping as well. Yeah,
and it looks like we had a little bit of stream difficulty. We're figuring it out right now, and we'll be back in game very, very shortly. But yeah, this has been a pretty fun tournament so far. It's been a good time, good turnout. About 8 teams competing. So no, we're gonna go to a short break. All right, and we're back, and it looks like we got back in game, so we're gonna go ahead and switch back over. Looking at C-Town Gaming again, and we're back.
All right, we still got Duke and Sonic living it up. It looks like there's been a firefight since the last time we checked in with them. Looks like Bridget is down, but they do have their beacon, so it looks they might be working on trying to get them back, but with their position, I'm not seeing any sort of respawn locations nearby unless they wanted to head inward. It'd probably be the best bet, but they are finishing up a firefight, looks like.
And Sonic is down now. It's up to Duke to really clutch this out.
All right. Oh, some good shots, and there's another elimination. That was a full team wipe, it looked like. So let's go ahead. It looks like he's spooked by something. There's someone still floating around here, if not another squad nearby. See if he can get the quick revive. And there's the shots. He didn't get the full revive yet. So he's going to go ahead and backtrack. Hopefully Sonic doesn't get downed up there, but there isn't a whole lot of good hope for him. But he's going to heal up a little bit so he can get back into the fight. He's going to use some shield cells to get a couple of his body armors back. But it looks like he's going to probably start pushing back in. He's going to have his ability real soon, too. All right, he's got 2 visuals. Oh, and the nade nearby. It's going to do some damage if he doesn't get around that corner. All right, but he's going to stay down here. He doesn't have any sort of healing supply, so this is going to be a last make it or break it scenario for him. It is probably a good idea what he's doing right now. He's just trying to hold out. There's not much that he can really do, especially with no healing supplies. Going in gung-ho would probably be a real bad idea for him, but he's going to stay down here. Maybe if he had some spots, I would ask him to pick up a couple of those nades just so he can do a little bit more splash damage, especially if there are a group of them, at least 2 I saw. He might be trying to make his way to get that recovery banner, but they are guarding it. If they're not guarding it, then they are just looting the bodies. I saw one of them over there. Let's see what they decide to do with that. Getting shot. Yeah, unfortunately with the fact of how his health is looking and the fact that he doesn't have any sort of healing supplies, he is kind of just gonna have to live with this moment. This is a last stand. What I'm looking like, they're pushing him really far back. He does have some arc stars, and he tossed all of his explosives. Might not have been a good idea, but he did get a whole lot of shots on him there. Took his armor, but there it is. Unfortunately, he did get taken out there. So let's see here. Give it one moment. We don't have the visual up on the stream, but let's see what we got. Yep, 6 kills overall. Looked like their healer and also their heavy hitter was one of the same in that one, and also second one out. But let's go ahead and hold tight and see what we're pulling up next. But not too bad, not too bad.
I think actually we're gonna stay on this team. It was only their first game, so we're just gonna watch their second game and see how it works out.
All right. 4 squad overall, not too bad. They did stay in pretty late game. Did a whole lot of damage, at least the one of them did there, with a whole lot of kills. Gonna rack up a couple points. I think, like I said, there was a 1 kill for one and 5 for the other, and then 0 for the third. So looks like about 6 points overall going to them, at least that game there. Alright, so right now they're just getting their scores, making sure that everything's working fine. It looks like they might be double checking some stuff, and right after they're finished double checking all of that, they're going to go ahead and ready up and probably drop into another one here. But looks like they're getting some stuff situated. And in the meantime, let's see what this guy right here has got in his Apex pack. What does he have? Let's see, we got a common kill clip and an epic skin. Yeah, go ahead and get that RE45 skin. That's the only thing that he's really going to be capping from that. Obviously, Paradigm's going to be really enjoying that this next time they have a tournament here, where some lucky player here, Sonic, whoever plays on this Sonic account, will have that juicy epic skin for that RE45. They're going to be digging it. They're going to be digging it now. So let's see how that turns out.
I'm excited to watch this next game. We cut out a few times in the first game. Everything's good now. D-Town Gaming, looking at the stage, it's who is competing. I think this is actually a new team that we have in. I don't think that I've seen them compete here at Paradigm before, so they're newcomers. Pretty excited for the opportunity to have them here and see their potential.
Yeah, and they got 6 points that game, so yeah, not too bad. It's pretty solid. It's a good performance, especially with how they were doing late game there. That it's nothing to scoff about, and it puts them on the board. And like I said, was that game 1 for them?
That was game 1 for them.
So yeah, they still have 2 more games to improve upon. Hopefully, strategize a little bit better and see if they can pull out maybe if they get that chicken dinner there.
Yeah, and looking at who they're up against, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up myself. Give me 1 second. I should have this prepared. Look at me.
Oh, scrub.
Bam.
Go ahead and see if he wants to go ahead and unlock that on the Paradigm account. You can just go ahead and build that to them if they want to get that specially legendary armor. Do it. I see you eyeing it. Yeah, anyone want to sponsor Paradigm for that skin, go ahead and send it to us immediately. We will accept that.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that looked tight.
He really wants that skin for that devotion. Let's see. So hopefully now they're ready and they're gonna go ahead and start readying up. It might be
I'm hearing from the stage that there was a minor audio problem, so they're going to fix that real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah. So PV actually just tweeted out that the first round was 27 points. It's pretty good.
Wow.
27 points. Not to brag or anything, my team had 28 points in one game.
Yeah, 27, 28. You know, it's tomato tomato at that point.
Yeah. But that's not bad for 3 rounds. I mean, we got kind of lucky with ours. Yeah. So I'm Nuclear. This is Contagion. Follow me at Gavin2108. Just kidding. That's not me. That's our producer man over here, Gavin. Slaying the game, may I add.
But not slaying this thing right there. What is that?
Yeah, switch it. What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle that I don't use, you can at me at ContagionIsMe on every sort of social media site.
There you go.
Go anywhere.
Yeah.
YouTube, Twitter.
YouTube. What's your
Instagram,
Twitter? I mean, what's your YouTube?
They're all the exact
At
same thing. At
CNuclear65.
ContagionIsMe, you can find them all. I have that on lock.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Just so juicy, just coming in clutch with that 65 at the end. It just ties everything together.
It does.
I mean,
I tried CNuclear. It was taken.
Yeah, they tried CNuclear 1 through 64, and they were all taken as well. I mean, there's a whole lot of nuclears out there, and especially in the C variety, it's just already past the A and B. So
yeah, I can't.
Sometimes you just got to load them all up.
There's 9 billion people in the world.
Is me. It's just that right
They got
there,
the
and then is me at the end. It's all one word.
Everyone's slow. Everyone has the same null. Has the same John.
All right, so it looks like they're still working out that audio kink on that one there, and looks like we got the graphics going here, and let's see how they're handling that. It looks like it might be a Discord
There's
issue.
a lot of controversy right now that there's going to be new characters dropping and new modes, a 1v1 mode and a 4v4, or not 1v1, 2-man squad and then a 4-man squad mode.
Are they saying that's coming out with Season 1 when it drops this
Yeah.
next week? So
That's
in about
what
a
they're
week's time, there's going to be, because as of right now, they have done some minuscule patches, some performance improvements and whatnot. So they have been working on it. There are some minor things, but I'm guessing when Season 1 comes out, there's going to be a lot of big changes, especially with like how you can see metas working. That's what I would assume, especially with how early on this game is.
Yeah.
With people still working on it. Like there are a couple, like we were talking about earlier before the tournament started. We're talking about a couple of I wouldn't say really hacks, but just some things where you can buff yourself that get rid of certain animations that make firing faster and whatnot, especially with the Peacekeeper switch off where it takes pretty much removes the reload animation. There's a couple things like that. I would assume some of those things, if not hopefully all of them, get patched, because I'm not saying that it's bad play, but it is something that they're not trying to do when they make the game, and it feels a little bit cheesy, but it's in the game as of right now, so there's nothing that's really going to stop someone from doing it.
Yeah, true. And
A win is
with
a win.
them coming out with Season 1, it's crazy to think that this game isn't even in its first season yet.
It's like, what is it? Is it not even the end of the first month?
Yeah,
It's been
it's
3 to 4 weeks?
it's like week 3 right now.
Yeah.
Which is insane. This game has and within the first 48 hours of its dropping, Twitch announced a $200,000 tournament that Ninja won.
Yeah.
So like that shows the potential and opportunity that this game can go moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with how big battle royales are. Just in short, I don't play battle royales. I don't like them. I've never really enjoyed them, and I'm here playing this game.
Yeah,
So,
it's
so
hype.
at the point is it's got a larger audience, especially with how you can see other bigger companies like how the new Call of Duty has a battle royale that they came out with, Blackout. It's just everyone's going to be trying to do something in this spectrum because of how big it is. Because everyone's trying to play it, and especially if they can just improve upon it and make it better, anyone who can take that field can really do a good job. And I think that Respawn did a really good job with the Titanfall game.
True.
So the fact that they're working on this, and better yet, not to dissuade away from the Apex talk, but Respawn is working on a Star Wars game as well. So Respawn split into half, right? Respawn's not cut in half, but 2 teams are working on, right now, they're doing Apex, and they're working on a Star Wars game. So hopefully we get some good news from that.
What do you know what the Star Wars game is supposed to be centered around?
I do not. Oh, actually I do. I don't know why I said I do not. It's about a, I can't remember what type of game style it is, but during Order 66, there is...
I already love it.
Yeah, I know, right? Anything around Order 66 is going to be great, but it's about a Padawan, and him trying to train and learn up pretty much around that. So hopefully, if it takes with what I would expect from it, it's a Padawan, hopefully a Jedi or some sort of trainer, and they're training in a situation where they could possibly be killed at any time by people trying to go around Darth Vader. Literally, his prime directive at that point in time in his life is going and killing the last of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can get some really good, some just a high action gameplay with that, I think would just be really
So
nice.
Force Unleashed 3?
Correct. Yeah, if we can get Starkiller back in here. I mean, I know the actor who did Starkiller is doing Days Gone right now, so hopefully he comes onto something like that. That'd be great to at least have.
No, yeah, and honestly, that sounds like a hype game.
Yeah.
But going back to Apex, I think we're actually going into this next round.
That's what I like to see.
And wrong one.
Here we
back
big
to
days
Steam
are
Town.
coming
Looks
for
like we
us.
resolved all of our issues, and we're watching. We got Girl Squad.
That's right. Bridget, Duke, Sonic. Let's see him.
I never knew that Duke was such a female name. Not saying that it can't be. Not saying that it can't be.
Gender neutral.
Introducing your champion.
Duke. It's like bub.
It is like a bub.
Good. I'm the jump master.
Ooh, Sonic is the jump master.
Let's see what he decides to do. Maybe he can take the L and just jump straight down right now and go a little bit to the left, right.
Let's land here.
Water there, but no, he's not deciding. He's thinking they're gonna play the game.
Heard that.
Okay,
Yep,
that's
yep.
good to hear. Looks like, are they landing around Market right now? That's what it's looking like. I can't see it.
Get ready. Moving up.
What it's looking like right now.
I just want to put out just talking about this game, like when you're dropping, one, you can deviate from the squad, two, and like have different colored smoke, so it's easier determining what squad is going where.
Yeah, so nice. So especially you can imagine if each of the people on your team, you can customize your smoke or whatnot, and that'd be like, oh, super cool for yourself. But imagine being with your team when you start breaking apart, it's gonna make things real confusing, and you don't know if another squad's dropping in on top.
I think voting on smoke would be cool.
That'd be cool.
I like that.
I like some rainbow smoke.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe some sparkles, get some
First blood.
pizzazz
SNGs
on
always
top
go
of that.
first.
That'd be nice. But let's see if they can get some really good drops. There's always some nice tier loot in here, and if not nice tier, there's a whole lot of it, if not. So, what do you got here?
I'll tell you what I got here. I got this bracket, and I'm upset because No Pants Pirates demolished us.
What do they got?
They won every single round against us. They got 5 points the first round where we had 1. They got 8 the second where we had 7, and they had 29 on the third, and we had 28.
Unfortunate.
Oof.
Wow.
Oof. Looks like we're getting knocked out first round too, but I think that we are
Let's
actually
go
going
this
to be doing
way.
double elim, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Peacekeeper
Always
here.
better from here, boys.
Wingman here.
So, ooh, look at that skin. I like the purple.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that's the one. I could be super incorrect here, but
reposition here.
it looks a lot like Eye of the Storm. It's one of those epic skins that are in the gloss finishes. I don't think it's the Eye of the Storm, but it's relatively close. It's in that spectrum of the skins there. But that Prowler, I wouldn't assume that he's going to hold on to it. Yep, and there's where he dropped it, that R301. But I mean, if he did get his, whatever you call it, that what's that adjustment for the hop-up for that Prowler? Those are pretty nice.
I don't remember.
Mad damage, especially on headshots.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
But I am more of a fan of the R301 instead of that as well. But he's going to go with my wonderful combo there, that Peacekeeper 301 combo. He's going to get some good bits here. So looks like he's probably going to keep these late game unless he picks up something with some heavier ammo. But I wouldn't assume so. Now it's just looking for attachments, and maybe if he can get some better body armor is what he's looking for as well. There's some more shotgun ammo, but he's wondering if he's going to go back for it. Yeah, he might want that. Nuclear's hopping off here, but Nuclear's going to be hopping off here, but I'll still be with you so we can check out what this team's going to do. They are split up a little bit, but Sonic's catching up with them. He's got his weapon holstered so he can group up a little bit more. But as of right now, they're just clearing out these areas on their push back into this next ring here. So there's not a whole lot of scare other than the fact that they are just pulled apart, but they're not seeing any team so far. But going into this next ring, they should just be on the lookout, stay grouped up. I would say that whoever split right there should probably come in with them. But they did put up a portal, so... Let's see, we are getting some of those attachments that I like to see. attachments, getting some more med kits that they're going to need later. Yeah. Hopefully he pinged that, but it looks like they're already squatted over there. So at this point, it's probably a lost cause because they don't want to spend too much time in one spot. I do think that's something that my team probably did rather bad. But you don't want to stay in one spot too long. You want to keep moving, especially when you're outside of the ring, or you're just trying to get as much drop as possible. Like right now, it looks like they're trying to make it to Skulltown. They have a minute 15. But they are keeping an eye out. That guy looked like he was probably looking at someone from a balloon there that was heading towards his two teammates' position, so hopefully he called that out because we don't want to get them caught in the crossfire. Maybe we do. Maybe we want to see some high action gameplay here. But as of right now, they're just making their way into Skulltown, see if they get some good loot. Maybe some positioning, but it is just to work their way back into the center because they don't want to get lost out here and then make their heavy push back into the ring. Yeah, it's all about attacking now for Sonic. Looks like British taking some fire. Ooh, that nice knock. There's there to make that knock while he's on him here. Headshot. Here's that second knock, third guy inside. And then nade. That might get him here. Yeah, he's down. Bangalore is still up here. I don't know if there's possibly even a third team on him because I saw the person inside, but that could have been that Bangalore pushing up. But that Paraduke needs to pull in on him, or he needs to start healing up. I didn't see anything change. Looks like this guy isn't a big fan of his sensitivity, so he's got to adjust that a little bit while he's waiting here. Possibly, if he gets helped up, looks like the Bangalore is running off. Oh, yeah, there's another team coming, and that's what it is. So I think this is going to be it here, unless if Duke can pull something off. So we got one down. Here goes Sonic. And let's see what Duke can do if he's going to be coming on up. And see if he can get the banners at least, or if he's going to see if he can take off this squad. But I think at this moment, best interest would probably be only get him if he feels like he has optimal advantage. But right now, yeah, I'm assuming that he doesn't have any healing kits, because that's what I would be doing right now, sitting on top of this building. So it's just the fight or flight. Probably going to wait until they're done looting them, get their banners, and go to that respawn beacon right over here. Because unfortunately, they will be losing probably a lot of their good stuff if that other squad didn't have anything, but they can make it out with being respawned. But the real scare then is, so it looks like they're gone, so you can get their banners. He's probably going to go right over here and get them. And there it is, C-Town going down. Let's see what they got. 3 kills overall, 2 coming from Duke and 1 coming from, I believe that's Sonic there in the middle. Did a little bit of damage, but in the end, unfortunately, just the 3 points with their 6 in the first. So it looks like they got about 9 points now, moving into the third game. So we'll see if they need to recoup or if they're just going to hop into the third game here. So let's see, we already got 1, 2 readied up, except for probably it looks like the stream host here, Sonic, is still in this lobby. So let's wait for him to push out of this lobby here and get readied up going into the third game, but they're just doing a little bit of tallying, make sure everyone's ready to keep score and everything's getting connected here. And they are going into the third game now. Alright, I'm assuming they're probably going to keep the same loadout as far as classes go, unless they decide to switch it up.
Ready up, it's go time.
Bangalore. Yeah, what is going on?
Get ready. Today is not gonna be easy.
Just watching this third game about to start here. Looks like so far that they're going with the
I know all the roads. They all lead to the same place.
I mean, I don't doubt them. I would run the girl squad. Sometimes you just gotta run the girl squad with the boys.
Hey, it's a pretty solid comp, I'm not gonna lie.
Right. All those floors. Good amount of kills coming from that Sonic though.
That'll bring quite a bit of
This is your champion.
That's right. Now if we can get some, at least some damage coming from that Bangalore, that's all they really need. But we'll see if he can pull some of that weight for him. But let's see where they drop in.
Let's make a choice. Land here.
My favorite place? Probably airship, or whatever that place is called. Airbase.
Here we go. Ready up.
There's a whole lot of people dropping there, so will they avoid it? Yeah, they're going to take a gander at all those squads dropping super early. I'll probably say there's probably still less than 10 squads out there. Most of them already dropped out. Yeah, as soon as they can. But it might be a little... I'm not seeing a whole lot of teams around it. Any that came around this week here. So you can get a couple picks in the mid-tier loot. They got Cascades here. What I like, whenever I drop down to Cascades, I like right over, or I guess where the Cascade is, you can climb up that that zip and get a little bit higher tier loot, either right up there in the tower, or if you wanted to work it around the other way. But it looks like the ring's up to the northeast there, or that's not the line for the ring. It hasn't dropped yet. Yeah. He's got a nade though. This man's got a nade, so he is good. He is G to G, as they say. Here, pick up some armor.
No guns right now.
That's right, but he's got a backpack, armor, and a grenade. So. Uh-oh.
Keep this here for you guys.
All right. Let's see how this is doing.
Gonna be the one right here.
Yeah, this is game 3 for him, the last one of round 1. So hopefully they're pulling for a lot of points. I don't think they've updated it on here, but I believe they have 9 points overall for the 9 kills. And it looks like they're going up against Pre-Existence, who their score tally has not been posted, or they have not finished up yet. So we're going to wait for that update on there. As of right now, I believe this team's got 9 points. This is their 3rd game right here. So they just finished up their 2nd game. They just dropped for their 3rd. So this is game 3 for them. He's gonna keep he's keeping that RE45. What is it? Is it the hop up for that Prowler? Is that headshot bonus damage?
Fire.
This is select fire,
so you can have it automatic, not like 5-round burst or 3-round burst or whatever.
Can you get different attachments for it as far as or is it just a select fire?
It's just the select fire.
That's all.
Select fire is for like the Havoc and Prowler, and then the Skull Piercers for the Wingman and the Longbow.
And then the choke for the Peacekeeper and what's that other weapon? Triple Take has that. Got a couple hits here, not a whole lot of heavy hits, but enough to at least chip away. He can get through that window, and he did. I don't know if he's going to do much damage on it, but it is going to spook him a little bit, maybe even they are going to squat up on him. They can get some. They know it is their 3rd game, so they're going to need some kills. And he did get this Peacekeeper, but he's probably going to want to get himself back into the game here. But that was a nice grab there with the Peacekeeper and that choke there. And he's going to take both his weapons so he can get all of his ammo, pretty much get his drop there. Yeah, get rid of that energy ammo.
Swap out his Prowler for Hemlock.
That's right, but he's going to want to shield up and get back out into the combat because those guys are still around the corner. But if I was him, I'd go back to that shotgun ammo there. Don't run off without it. You're going to need to, don't leave home without something like that. So let's see if he decides to pick up anything else and get back into this fight. I don't know if...
Looks like they already downed somebody else, too.
Yeah, so maybe they got the 2. Don't know if they got the whole squad. I feel like someone ran away from that fight.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do if they're pushing up with them.
And now with this death box right here.
That's right. There's 3 death boxes, so.
Doing that purple extended mag.
Ooh. There's that 30 clip. Nice. Oh, and he moved over to the single fire. I wouldn't really usually be the Hemlock on the single fire, especially with the Peacekeeper. But I mean, if you're going to be at long range and something open wide, then
yeah, for sure. I always switch to single fire whenever I'm trying to snipe people with the Hemlock.
You just wait until you get into to switch over to something like that. Luckily, that range did put up that portal there so you can get up close.
Don't want to get left behind.
That's right.
12 squads left.
Patching myself up a bit.
Through here. Sonic's about to top up on his health. How do you feel? Something like that, if he was going to top off on himself, would you rather use a a med pack, or would you drop that that ability? Because that's a minute cooldown. But
I would say if I was gonna be in that situation with his 11 syringes, I would definitely top off with 1 syringe just in case they run into like an enemy squad, and then they can drop that healing drone mid-fight. That helps everybody instead of just the one person.
Yeah, even with Duke all the way out there like that.
Well,
Duke was pretty extended.
Yeah, that's true. I just assumed that if they were gonna get in a firefight, they would get close together. But
yeah, those. I mean, it can only hope.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see if they're gonna get any loot here.
No
Looks like
time
it's
to be
pretty much
tied.
been gutted.
With all the ammo and
That's
all
right.
the guns.
That's right. All right. Yeah, it looks like they're just sitting inside the ring. It's pretty wide right now because round 1's still closing, but it is going to start pushing in, and they are honestly.
They're down to 9 squads now. 3 already just fell off.
There's probably a big firefight. 3 team, or maybe even 4 teams. It looks like they get some big got one later on. Good names here, getting a whole lot of good names. Get that knock on the big door.
Not only were they stunned by the hard stuff, but also fire up the third.
That stuff that keeps added on for I don't know how long it is, but about 5 seconds maybe. So what does this Oh, the golden knockdown. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But, it looks like that. What's that?
They can just run up and shove their gun through your shield.
Yeah, well, like what Nuclear and I were just talking about is the fact that Season 1 comes out in a week. So there's going to be a whole lot of updates to it, probably even some changes. So there might even be meta changes with that, maybe even a character or 2 that are dropped with it. So hopefully something like that can get resolved. But honestly, at the end of the day, I don't know what they would be able to do with that because of the fact that it is literally a character model through the shield. They would probably just have to change the parameters what that shield covers. But if they do, I would see that on the reverse side of that, they're going to have possibly complaints where people are saying that they're not shooting the shield, but they're still shooting them and getting hits like it was the shield.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it might be something that we have to live with because if you do think of it, the shield is out in front, and if you look at the bubble that what is it, Gibraltar has, you can go through the bubble. So,
trying to recover their damage.
Right.
Looks like there was only 1 up though. There was 1 down.
And I'm guessing he's probably on at least. Oh, we got a thermite.
He's got a frag.
At least 1 frag. Let's see what he can do here. Unfortunately, he was standing in that other doorway, so he got clipped by the other team member. But they did pull out 4 more kills for themselves, so if I'm not mistaken, that's about 13 points for them because they had 9 before, for the first 2 games, and then had 4 more on top. So we'll see how they did overall. We'll give it a moment for them to get all the points tallied up and get into the system, and we'll see how it goes from here. But we'll probably be switching over to another team since that's their 3rd game there. But we'll check to see what we're going to be pulling up on the stream next. Okay.
Round 2, beginning ring countdown.
They're in round 2. They're asking if we're about to actually.
All right, and we are going to spectate that's Pirates team for you. So hold on tight. We're gonna work on that for you, so you can see some freaking gameplay from them. But just give us 1 moment to get that switched over to their game to see where they're at, and hang tight because we are done with C-Town for now.
Back to that knockdown shield thing. I feel like. Same with Overwatch, whenever you're looking at somebody, if they're holding their gun straight at you, it may not be looking straight at you on your screen. So that could also be just the fact that they're not really sticking their gun through your shield. They're probably standing over top of you and aiming at you.
Yeah, it's all about perspective, especially for things where, in the game sense, I mean, it is just 1 little camera and like the head of the character model. So if you look at it from the other perspective, your camera and your character model, you don't know where that gun's going to line up. So, yeah, so I mean, if we possibly saw like the other side, that might need a little bit of more finding out exactly what they see when they do that. But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, when it's something like that, they probably are shoving the gun into the face of that shield. But I mean,
there's not really much you can stop that from happening.
That's right.
So
that's about it. So let's see what we can get switched over here. But right now, I think they are, as of when we started the tournament, we were thinking about just doing the single elimination, but with the speed of which they're going through the game, since they are only doing 3 rounds at a time, and usually I usually see 4, but with that being said, they are going to switch over here now to the a pirate team that you requested. No Pants Pirates is on, and it looks like they are mid-game here, so let's see what they got going on. But we are now, it is going to be double elimination. So
they are mid-firefight right now. They're just fighting a squad.
Yeah, so yeah, he needs to heal up, but right now he's just doing a little bit of Overwatch. Keeping an eye out while he's got that wingman, you know, that sniper rifle in his pocket. So,
the dirty skin on the wingman. Oh, shot in the back.
Not looking now. He got a Wraith inside. Oh, he's gonna do the finisher on the stream. Watch this.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh,
they saved him.
Nice. That's what she gets. That's what she gets.
Taken down. All right, but they get the revive here, so that's good. I don't know. I don't think that was a full team wipe because usually you see something on the screen.
They popped out as soon as their box popped up.
Got down.
Which is another thing why I don't understand why she would go for the finisher when she's the only one left in the squad. Of course,
and
if
you know there's at
die.
least one more full squad. Yeah, that's a silly move to make on their part, but hey, man, the thirst is real sometimes. So
it be like that.
That's right.
So, gonna go ahead and med kit up here, get that full health going again. I would suggest that they would drop the drone right there just to not waste that med kit. And then oh yeah, they stopped it. Gonna take the full drone.
What they do? Yeah, they're pretty far out. They have a minute and a half, so pretty much as soon as they heal up, he's probably booking it. Wraith is in front of him, so if they decided to start running Wraith off and do the portal, he could do that. But looks like they'll just, I don't know which direction what they're trying to do, because honestly I probably wouldn't scoop that way unless they're trying to get some more early loot. But
their shields are lacking right now.
Yeah, that's about the extent of what we really got. Accelerator. Honestly, if I was Mirage, I'd probably hand that off.
True. He gets his ult so fast.
But,
Pathfinder.
Oh, we got a squad on top of at least one guy. Got a handful of, yep. Was that probably at least 3 that he had before? It was on 150. Oh, there it is, broken. He didn't get that knock there. He's doing a lot of hits. Oh, he's taking a whole lot of damage here.
Got that ult.
Oh man. I mean, so he's gonna ghost away. You got 2 downs here. Ooh, oh no. Sings is really low. Don't stand in that doorway. He's gonna block it. There we go. Okay. Uh oh, this door's gonna come down. He doesn't have any shield, looks like, so he's gonna take the L for his teammate, but there's the squad elimination. So he is going down. Let's see. Was that game 1 for No Pants Pirates?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so that was game 1. It looks like it went straight to lobby here. I didn't see if they got any kills. Let's see if they put any points up on the board. Oh yeah, they at least got the Wraith. So at least 1 for them, and they were in the middle of firefight when he came through.
I think they had 4 points right there. They had 4 kills.
All right, we're sending in between 1 and 4. We're gonna fix that in post when we get some points tallied up. They're going through just shoot and shop here right before they go into their second game. But it looks like they are just testing some strategy and seeing what might be best to do next.
$374 damage, didn't even get him 100 experience.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. I wonder if they're going to change any of that stuff too, like how the XP system works. Because there's some silly things like if you look at there, the time survived is insane for how much XP you get, where there can literally be a game where you do nothing. Like, let's say this is obviously unrealistic, but if you are just sitting in a corner, hiding, all by your lonesome, you could possibly get over 1,000 XP, 1,500 XP, just by sitting there and doing nothing.
Just sitting in the middle of the circle waiting for it to run down.
And obviously I don't say that it's a bad thing to get a whole bunch of XP from staying alive longer, because you are one of the fewer teams, but maybe it should be more on placement.
For sure.
Like your
the Vanilla Boy.
With an E,
with an E, not an
I. He went with the I instead of the E. Yeah.
No,
B-A.
Like the I is changed.
Then no, yeah, there we go. B Oh, there it is. It's
your Twitter handle?
At the Vanilla Boy. Oh, it's Twitter. It's just Vanilla Boy, just like you have it up there.
alrighty.
That is my rapper name.
It's my rapper name. I'm a rapper. I have golden
I'm gonna
chains.
plug my SoundCloud right here.
Yeah, if everyone can go ahead and plug that at the Vanilla Boy on SoundCloud, go ahead and listen to some good soul music for the ears. Surprise, it's not soul music, but it is good for your ears.
But back to the experience thing, I also think because once you hit like certain border, like I think bronze is like every other level, silver is like every 2 levels, and gold's like every 3 for getting Apex packs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think that they could make it just every level and it'd be fine since it's strictly cosmetic. It's not like helping anything.
Especially if you look at on Overwatch, it's the exact same way. You get a drop box, you get a box every time you level up.
Yeah, it makes the XP more worth it because it's like at that point, like you're just getting points, whatever the points are to buy the characters. But if you already have both the characters, then you're just sitting on that.
And I think that you should probably, I would see bigger drops coming from like the higher levels where you can get more of the materials to build skins and whatnot. Because especially at the higher levels, it is just kind of like cosmetic is showing like, oh yeah, I've played a lot, I put a lot of time into this and that, and then the bragging side is like, yeah, I'm better because I have all of this stuff because I've earned it all, I've played a long time.
Look at all my skins and gun skins.
Exactly. So you see someone play one game and they're a Mirage and they have like this shiny armor, and then you watch them, they go to Bangalore and they also have shiny armor, and you just watch them hop around. That's why I think some of those gun skins are really nice. Like, I think I saw you playing the other day and you had that R301 skin. That was the legendary.
I'm trying to think of what it's like the general or something like that with the gold chain hanging off.
So spicy.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
Such a nice skin. But let's see exactly what's going on. We got it looks like they're either switching over or they're just doing some practicing here and training. They might be just messing with some calibrations, but they are just in the training center right now, just going through some guns. But it looks like we got the same team down there still. So let's see what we got going on. But yeah, like what other things would we want to see like XP for? Like what we got right now, I would say like I would want to see a lot more XP for placement themselves, possibly more XP from damage given. And I would say go and even say this, some sort of support XP. Because think about how much healing Lifeline does. Like if we take it, I'll keep comparing Overwatch to this for the fact that I know you played a lot of it. And then the second thing, it is kind of it's a game of team comp where you get XP for doing things like this, where healing is in certain situations as a Lifeline late game. That's going to be a big reason why you're playing that character. So if they're dropping the drone, they're dropping care packages and whatnot, they're getting good loot, I feel like they should be getting something from that. They should be rewarding themselves.
Do they not get anything for that? They don't get anything for like team health healed?
I don't believe so.
I feel like even if that was going to be a thing, I also feel like Pathfinder Zipline should give some sort of XP.
Because the support classes. So like you have, I think it's just the two of them right now, right? Lifeline and that. So support classes should have something like that. And maybe even... hear me out on this. This is a weird one, but if Gibraltar or the heavies possibly damage taken, like where if they're a sponge,
like absorbed.
Yeah, because think about because that is the point of having a heavy on your team. You want them to take the damage. So if they are taking a lot of damage, if someone took like 700 damage in a game, one, that's crazy, and two, like they should probably be rewarded for taking that much, just being a sponge.
I mean, with that though, they're gonna have to do something about the tanks since they don't really pertain to like the team right now because it's just big hitboxes. That's all they are right now.
Yeah.
Everybody just moves the same, has the same health.
That's another thing that I saw where it looks like when you play, especially with a heavy, their arms move slower, their animations are slower, but they are actually the exact same speed as every other character. So it makes you think that you are moving slower and more sluggish, but it is just because the animations look slower. So you are running the exact same speed as Gibraltar, as Caustic, as you are with Wraith and Mirage.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're looking at the smallest and the largest guys running the exact same speed, so we might even see changes in that.
True.
So I don't know if they would even want to get more in depth with how they can do some characters. And again, like we've said multiple times, they're not even in season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1, like it's a week away, and there's a whole lot of room for improvement. And as of right now, like I would say the following behind this is getting a lot larger every day. And I think that it's just quality. You know.
I did see some suggestions. I was like watching this video about like what they could possibly change, and it was just like maybe they could carry more in a stack of things, like hold 3 grenades instead of 2, or like maybe have a little bit more health, like 50 more health or something like that. Anything to just make them more tanky instead of just being just like everybody else.
Like a certain class having that ability? Like the tanks
so
having
that there's a reason to play them even though they have the big hitboxes, instead of just being like, oh, well, I'd rather play Wraith because she has the smallest hitbox in the game and runs the same and has the same health.
Yeah, so like all of their stacks are larger, maybe their ammo stacks are larger as well, so they hold hundreds instead of 80 in most situations.
And
like
then they could help the team carry more stuff instead of just like being useless.
They have an automatic backpack that's larger than the rest. So yeah, that'd be really neat to see. Maybe we can get you guys out there, do some suggestions, or maybe we can possibly get them to start changing some of that stuff, so we can get some changes. Let's see if we can get some new comps and maybe level some things out a little bit, because like we mentioned a couple times, there is a pretty consistent, what you see a squad base, like Growth Squad is pretty prevalent. I usually play with that. And there's just sometimes there's just no reason to go for other characters unless you prefer something else. And then that also means like what are we going to see when they have a new like squads coming out, like the new members and whatnot, like the new champions.
I'm excited to see what they do with that. I feel like they're probably gonna come in with another tank and another support because they have 3. Yeah, they have 3 damage, and also nobody plays those because of certain abilities and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see what they do. I feel like they're doing a good job so far, coming along right and doing little patches, because that was their thing. Like they're like, we're not gonna add new things until we made sure like our game's working correctly, which is what everybody wants. They don't want you to just keep adding things over and over again.
I think it's running super well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think probably my biggest concern with what's going on right now with them is the fact that the server latencies and stuff that we're seeing, especially on PC gaming and whatnot. If they can fix up the servers a bit more, I would be a lot happier with it. But that's not even anything to do with game cadence.
Yeah, it's like a minor thing that things can be fixed, and there's definitely room for improvement, but I feel like they're gonna follow through with that.
Yeah, and I think they've done a pretty good job so far keeping out hacks of people like having cheats and whatnot. I did see a video I was showing you the other day where someone literally had an aimbot on this already. Like that was the game being out for 3 weeks, and someone had already crafted an aimbot where they could just literally see people through walls and whatnot. But as we come back to the game, we are seeing No Pants Pirates go into their second game here, so they're going to drop. It looks like they're not going to go ahead and take the bait with the ship there. They're going to go ahead and head towards the swamp area and what we got over here. Alright, so it looks like they split off a little bit here just so they can drop and get a whole bunch of loot on their own, and it looks like Mirage there just did a little silly and got himself stuck between a rock and a hard place, but oh man, that's what we like to see. Let's see if we get anything good out of it. Yep, that's about it there. If he's gonna pick up that, yep. He can keep that Eva if he's already got some shotgun ammo, if he's gonna decide to switch to the Peacekeeper when he finds it, or if he's just gonna drop off with a new weapon. I will say that as of right now, I'd be getting rid of both of those weapons when I get some replacements. I'm not a whole big fan of that alternator. And the Eva's all right, but I don't know. It's literally just for close up. There's not a whole lot of other reasons why I would keep that weapon around.
Shotgun.
Right.
That's pretty much all it is. Other than that, it doesn't really put out that much damage compared to like the rest of the shotguns, and also like the alternator, just my least favorite gun in the game.
I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but I am not a super big fan of it. I would pick it over some other things, but if you look at your other options in that range, like you have the Mozambique that you'd probably see just as much as the alternator, the RE45, and you also have the P2020. So out of those things, I would probably say the alternator is the lower on the list than the other stuff.
I would probably take the P2020 over the alternator for sure.
I'm 50-50 on it. I guess it would depend on the situation, but I would probably stick with the alternator just because I'm more familiar with machine guns. But with someone who plays a lot more frequently, I can understand why someone would go with the P2020, because it's pretty solid, and it is just like click as fast as you possibly can. It's kind of like you click it, it's gonna fire, and so at that point, its recoil is not super crazy by any means. All right, he's gonna stick with that. He's got a G7 Scout, so if he picks that up, he would be running too heavy, so it doesn't look like he's gonna be doing that. He's gonna find some more light ammo if he wants it.
There's something purple in that building.
and he decided to switch to the RE45.
Hey, honestly,
I mean, it's not a bad play. Yeah.
Ooh, he's finding lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
Purple body shield.
You have a backpack yet? I think you
I
just
think
saw a
he's a
backpack
level
right
1
over there.
backpack.
Oh, that's good. Better than nothing.
Kind of split apart right now. He
Oh,
needs to
yeah.
get back to his squad in case he gets jumped out here. I don't think anybody landed near him though, so they might be okay.
Get some more heavy ammo. All right. Let's see what they got. We got a. If anyone wants that select fire there, the Halleck and the Prowler.
Select fire.
All right, let's see if we can get some movement here. As of right now, obviously they just dropped down. He's just trying to see if they can figure out what they can get, some better supplies. They can get Sing some better armor. That'd be pretty nice. Hopefully, I think that was Sing's going back there for that helmet. I didn't see any sort of ping system, but of course they have some comms, so I did see him heading back, and that would be the only reason why I would assume that he would go back that direction. But there might be some targeting right there. I did see someone just drop the fact, yeah, they have some hostile marker right now. I don't know if that was an accidental click or not, because I don't see him firing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's even attempting to go towards where the enemy's
yeah.
at, so I think it might have been a misclick.
Okay. But it looks like they're going to just keep pushing. They're going to run all the way to the circle, it looks like. I'll take they could possibly take the balloon, but if there is someone behind them on that side of the map, they would see them. So they do have a whole lot of time where they can pick up loot on their way there. They still have a whole minute before that ring closes in on them.
So strategy-wise, would you think it's better to be on the outside of the ring or get to the center of the ring as fast as possible?
I would say that it really depends on where that ring is centered on. So as far as if I have a whole lot of time like this, I would scoop all the way. I would be doing what they're doing here. I would not take the balloon. I'd go around, get some supplies on the outside, because that ring, especially this first time it moves in, they have a whole lot of time before it's going to reach them with all the map that's up top of them. But in a situation where it drops over top of like Skulltown and it's like ring 3 or something like that, that might be something where you want to go towards the center, find an optimal position where you can get quite a bit of supplies if they're not been picked up. But if either that and they can also get like a really good position, because if depending on if it's moved in yet, they would know where ring number 4 is or whatnot, where that would give them a good location.
Looks like they're about to initiate combat with this squad they just rolled up on.
Oh man, and they're not even expecting it here. I would have probably dropped that arc before he would have popped on some shots, but he did get it down.
First that kill for them points.
That's right, you gotta work those points. And it was a kill leader too, so he's gonna get a whole bunch of XP for his account there. But he's looking around. Be a little careful what's he doing there. He's pointing given his Mirage. Yeah.
Where did he fall to?
Right there.
Oh, wow.
He just ran into them. Oh man. Sneaky.
That was nice.
Sneaky on that other team. Let's see if he can get up there and pick him up.
He just jumped out.
Oh man. Oh, this guy's. Yeah, he is. He's playing with him. Oh, there he goes. Get some damage. Oh, broke the armor. Scare him a little bit. It's like, yeah, don't come back. So he's gonna go after that kill, so he's gonna stay up here, get some looting on. Might want to be moving left or right, facing the other direction, so he's not just standing in the exact same location to where that enemy was. He's doing nothing for him. But yeah, there's another one up top. Hopefully he's from the same team. Oh, we got 2 of them up here. Oh yeah, some good hits. That Lifeline was not doing nothing about it. Oh, they got one knock, and there it is. The squad is down. We get some good points there with 2 extra kills going on top of what they already have. We have Jelly here with his 2 kills.
That was a solid play. Ran up on an unexpected squad and then got to kill another squad at
That's right. That was the
process.
That's someone was looking out for him there.
Give my shield to recharge.
Swapped out that RE45 for that R301 that he finally found.
I'll say that's a good swap.
For sure. Finally
there's
has
another
primary weapon instead of just 2 secondaries.
That's right, and there's another R301 in that other box right there. Surprising, none of them's playing with any sort of ultimate accelerators. They're not using any of those. I haven't even seen the Lifeline drop their ult, so I don't know if that's just a situation where they just haven't found a good position to do so, or if they're just not playing Lifeline how they really should be using their abilities.
Or
but
maybe they're just scared to drop it because it'll attract attention and they don't want to die before the game's over.
I was gonna say that as well. Like, yeah, and another thing with the fact that they're in the tourney, like, it might not be a good idea to do that, because either way, if you don't use her ult, you're still getting her Q ability. So.
For sure.
Looks like they're just gonna stay and search some areas, push up towards where they saw that enemy squad, and also brings them closer to the center there. But we only saw the one. Was that a Mirage that we saw heading away? What was that?
I think it was a Bloodhound.
Okay.
He ran up and picked up the Bangalore and then dipped because there was another squad there. He was like, I'm out. Not trying to get caught up between two teams. That's a quick way to lose a firefight.
That's right. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and go through this back way here. And it looks like, unfortunately, the other circle is going to be all the way on the inside.
Looks like he just saw somebody.
He either saw or he can hear him.
Caves. Yep, there they are.
He's going to send his ability up, see if he can get some fire on him. Oh, he's going to bump into a couple of rocks here and there. Going to hold.
Does it light up like that for your enemies?
I don't believe so.
I was going to say, I thought that it was just
I
like...
think it's just for you, just so your team knows, but the other team, it just looks like a, just like a model. Oh, he's going to get some good shots on the sniper. He wasn't moving, and he gets the knock. And this guy, oh, there it is. That's a Bloodhound right there. It could be the one that he saw, but...
There's the respawn, the one right there. Trying to fight off.
Oh, man.
Like no loot.
Let's see if he can, I mean... Yeah,
they already got 2 down. They
shield up.
be able to finish this.
I think that wherever Kings is, oh yeah, Kings pushed all the way up. I was gonna say that he should be going through that portal, but he might have already did. Oh no, it went backwards. Unfortunate. Womp womp. Get him out of the fight for a little bit, but they're taking a whole lot of hits. I don't know if there's another squad here. Oh man. Let's see what they can do here. He's gonna go ahead and use his attain ability. We get around him. We got one down. There's the 2. Oh man.
That one has a gold body shield.
That's right.
That's unfortunate while you're low.
Looks like they're gonna thirst these 2 kills here. Yep, there's one.
Surprise.
It looks like they're about to thirst that second one, but they are working pretty hard on keeping them pushed back. So let's see
what this lifeline's gonna do right here.
That's right.
Honestly, they weren't in a very good position coming into this fight, being in the caves at the very entrance. There's literally no cover. Looks like there's another team behind them.
Yeah, and here we can see the EVA 8 at work doing pretty much nothing. So what was that? 2 7s and an 8 with that shot, and then he reloaded because he was in the corner. So it doesn't do a whole lot of surprising damage at mid range, or long range does literally nothing.
More for fighting in buildings and stuff like that.
It is a building weapon. It's like a better building weapon than the Mozambique. You know, it's just like that upgrade. But
yeah, in that situation, I would definitely take the Mozambique over the EVA, try to get some mid range damage going.
That's right. That's surprising to say, but it's funny because that's the truth. But let's see what they got. 5 more points to tack on with them there to finish it all off, I believe. Oh wait, yeah, there's no pants pirates. So
738 damage for 2 kills. That's where it's at.
That's right. I mean, see, and those are the things. So it's like I feel like that's quite a bit, and he only got 2 kills out of it. So I feel like the XP should kind of mimic that.
He gets 200 for the kills, and then it's gonna be like
I think
almost 100.
Out of every 100, you get 25 XP.
Need to hop up.
So you get a 1/4 of a point for every 1 damage given. So as we can see here, oh, he's gonna skip through, so you can't calculate it there. But yeah,
hop straight into game 3.
That's right. Get those sassy pants, so they're gonna go ahead and go and see if they can clean up what they can do here. Hopefully, get a little bit better than what they did in that second game.
Like they've been running the same squad this entire time. Let's say running Mirage with the girl squad as well works just as well as Bangalore. I mean, they obviously don't have the same abilities coming in, but...
So are you saying like Mirage instead of Bangalore?
Yeah. I'm saying it's not hindering them by not having like the full girl squad, because it's for sure like the same thing.
Yeah, because I mean, their abilities, I wouldn't say they're interchangeable, but I would say that the abilities, they are still good, and it's not like you're losing anything, because in the girl squad, what you're getting here, so you look at Lifeline first, it's like, obviously, you're getting the heals, you're getting the drops. So those are pretty solid to keep around, so you don't really want to get rid of that unless you had something to replace it, but with this cast right now, you really don't have that.
Yeah,
then you go with Wraith, and she's got the portal, and then she's got the passive, with like the seeing ability and whatnot. So, I mean, either way in the girl squad, I feel like Lifeline might want to stick around either way.
For sure, I would not take Lifeline out of that squad. I would definitely say that if Mirage was going to step in, Bangalore would be the one to cover. But I also think that Bangalore with Lifeline is really good for her ult, because when you drop it, you literally just smoke it, and then nobody can see you getting the care package, so you're not just like like standing target while you're trying to search stuff.
Right. A whole lot of people dropping on top of Skull, of course, and then with that, this is one of those where like a whole bunch of teams drop early just because you're looking at the pretty much you're over top of Skull and also the ship, so everyone's gonna want to be dropping there because look at all those streams there. A whole lot of early drops. They're just keeping an eye on seeing if anyone's gonna go over those mountains there. Looks like one team made it over the mountains on bars. It's near them, but they're not going to be nearly as close as two of them as what could be feared. So they're going to be pretty lenient on the fact that they can get a whole lot of this area capped with taking their loot.
Like the Mirage is going to run to the bunker and snag all that loot quick.
Yeah.
Pretty spread out, so if any team landed over here that they didn't see, they might get caught out by themselves.
That's what we call a no bueno situation. So we're going to see if everyone's going to run to bunker or if he's going to make his way back to them. Because he can get some really good loot if he goes inside bunker as well. I mean, obviously he's got the Spitfire and the Scout. It's not a bad pickup, especially out front, because he does get the Spitfire and you're going to get some line ammo. Because whenever you do get rid of the Scout, yeah, it looks like he's going to at least try to push through here. But he is going on his own right now. So I would not say that this is the best idea. But it is an idea. So you can't really blame him for that. Yeah, oh, is he gonna drop that? Yep, drop that Scout. Keep that light ammo.
Knockdown.
So they either need to come to him or he needs to stop the push because they're getting real split up.
Yeah, the other one went the complete opposite way. Their lifeline,
not too sure.
Lifeline's by themselves.
I mean, if this is strategy, I mean, there can be strategy behind it, but hopefully there is, and it's not just them running around willy-nilly because. Yeah, it looks like they're going to start squatting up now. Because getting that far out, especially if someone came through the entrance of bunker, they would literally cut them in half. They would cut their team in half. He would have to run one way, and if they retreated, they would retreat in opposite directions.
There's no way that they were going to get there in time for him to be safe in that firefight if somebody jumped in while he was in the bunker.
And I don't know if this is a really good strat of what they're doing right now, because there's probably a squad on that. I'm not seeing any sort of shooting. Oh, there it is. But yeah, it is going to get into the fight early on, so obviously there's that, but I feel like that might be a bad look for him, so we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, right behind him. Yeah, a whole lot of good looks, but he is knocked right now. So, and he's down.
It's an unfortunate start to this round.
That is.
This game.
And it's their last game, too, so let's see if the other two teammates can help him out here.
Their lifeline's down too. This is not looking good.
Probably going to be pushing through that doorway here. Yep, there's the nade. Trying to do the full heal. But he doesn't have no Fiend's kit, but he did have a full med kit and that shield battery.
They thirsted their lifeline.
He did. Oh, he doesn't even see him. What's he gonna do? Oh, that was a nice stick there with the arc. Oh, nice hit.
That's a knockdown.
Get him. Oh, there's a second one behind him in the third. Gosh. Oh my goodness, I hope he cleans them up here. Let's see some good work in there. It is.
Nice.
Was there? I wonder if there's another team on him. I don't know if there was, but that was some beautiful play right there.
Yeah, I didn't see a hit marker on that lifeline. I don't know. That was a nice play. That arc star was.
He
so
saw the
dirty.
arc star and he disconnected. Let's see if we can get that. What's that legendary loot in there? I can't see it. Show me something good.
Well, it wasn't a body shield.
Oh, it was probably that that digital threat right there.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even see that. Oh, is he going to there? It's cutting it close.
All right. Let's see if he can make his way to a beacon. He's got a pretty good drop, and let's see, they have a minute 18. I feel like they're probably still satisfactory to get that respawn in, and they might even be able to go back there and get all of their stuff. But the thing is depending on if any other teams decide to go to that dropship. So, because it isn't what's inside the circle, but it has been sitting there for a while.
True.
So some more seasoned players might see that and say, like, it's probably been looted, so there's no reason to go to it. But some younger players might decide to still go to it. So,
not only that, but there was just a lot of gunfire coming from
a lot of gunfire.
People might be looking for some cleanup.
That's right. So, and then especially with this airship coming in.
For sure.
So everyone on this side of the map is going to see it. It is within the circle. So hopefully they are booking it when they drop. But because they can do two things when they land, if they have anything near them, or they're going to run back to their stuff, but it looks like they're just going to leave it. as far as what it's looking like here, they'll just go ahead and pick up new gear and see how the winds take them. We got a Havoc pickup in the RE45, a good early for just coming in here. Was that an R301 in the corner? I don't know, but he's gonna leave it no matter whatever it is.
I thought it was weird at first when I first started playing this that you spawn in if you get respawned with no cooldowns. Like all your cooldowns are like counting down.
Oh really?
So like he can't spawn in and just drop his
I think
decoy.
that's nice.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know how I felt about it at first, but like thinking about it more, it makes sense because like if you respawn and the team's coming for you, Wraith could just literally Wraith out and then you'd be like, all right, well.
Exactly. And there was that R301 that I saw laying on the ground there that they did eventually come back for. But let's see if they can get some more loot here. He does have a Havoc, so if he does pick up that whatever that hop up or that attachment is for it, pretty nice for it. Unless if he decides to just change to a new weapon, that turbocharger, as I'm told. Again, I'm getting word in now.
The sources.
Right.
The blue backpack.
Alright. Check it out. I mean, honestly, with 6 squads remaining, I would not be all the way up here, but
they're getting in a firefight right now. It looks like. King is getting fired at.
No visuals of what we're seeing, but yeah, he's gonna send his decoy into that and see if he can get some shots off from it. Oh yeah.
We got a Bangalore. Smoking.
Alright, there's its all.
The lifeline with no body armor is getting jumped.
Oh yeah, and that's a banner recovery opportunity. Oh, they went over the wall right in front of him, like fell from the top of the screen. So we have a second knock there. And let's see if his teammates can either clean him up or at least scare him off. Oh, I don't know why.
Thirst him. Got down for it.
Yeah, doing a whole lot of damage there.
This Wraith can clutch it out again.
Let's see it. Oh, there it is.
1 second, we got this.
Another one.
That's right. Wow, he thirsty. And this is the 3rd game that they did want to see, so doing a whole lot of good work.
5 squads left.
Honestly, you probably shouldn't have used that shield battery because there's probably a body shield right there. So,
unfortunate. Also, in that case, I would not be using. He has 2 shield cells. I would not be using my shield battery
on a level 2
standard,
or level 1
standard body shield. But hey, to each their own.
That's right. You wanna waste your supplies? Feel free. Pick up a knockdown shield. He doesn't even have one. That was a standard knockdown shield that was in there. Maybe he'll see this blue one and decide to grab that.
Nope, still not feeling it.
No.
Oh, and purple's here.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's Skadoodle. Don't worry about that. Just don't pick anything up. You don't need it. Not worth it at this point.
Except for a knockdown shield.
That's right, but he can look at it a second time and not pick it up.
They're pretty spread out right now. Like they're about to respawn him. That's outside the circle.
Oh, it's outside of the second circle.
Yeah, as it's closing.
Yep. But obviously they have 3. Yeah, they have 3 minutes, so yeah, stop.
The second respawn they've had to do. Didn't look like the lifeline really got any good loot on that first respawn, so let's hope this one's better for him.
That's right. They're gonna drop some ammo for him. For your heavy guns. And there's a skull piercer that's tagged on the map. It looks like someone might want that. So it looks like they're gonna go ahead and move on up while that lifeline or whoever just respawned is gonna get some of that loot back there.
Looks like this place hasn't been hit. That's a good thing.
That is good because this is some quality loot that you can get here, some high tier location. A hemlock there that lifeline can pick up. It looks like another Spitfire.
You know, lifeline can't drop her care package in here.
Really? Because of the thing that's in there?
Well, I mean, you would be able to drop it through the ceiling because there's like openings, but I think it's because it's such an enclosed area. Like, not a lot of people would be able to get to that.
Yeah.
I'd probably consider that too OP or something.
I can hear that.
Ooh, another purple body shield.
Yeah, body shield here.
Level 2.
Oh, look at all that. Picking up some of the more that you might need. Doesn't need that one.
Syringes for shield cells.
And there's still some heavy ammo floating around here. I'm assuming that Sings is going to pick up that stuff because of the fact that he probably picked up that Spitfire as well.
Probably doesn't have many rounds after that respawn.
Many rounds and many choices. I mean, they are quality choices, but. So it looks like we have 5 squads, 13 left.
Somebody's missing some people. Or 2 squads are missing 1.
Oh.
That team's taking all the respawn beacons, so.
That is true. They're just going to use them all up. So if the other team's looking for them, better looks elsewhere.
Ultimate accelerant here.
They're stumbling on some good armor for this lifeline after the respawn, so that's always a good late game.
Yeah, and especially like not even just that. They're just stumbling upon a whole lot of areas that haven't been looted that are like quality areas.
True.
Like look at that. Was that a devotion that was?
I think that was
there?
a shotgun. Bolt. No, he doesn't even have a shotgun, so it might have been a barrel stabilizer. 12 shots on the wing finishes.
I'm gonna cancel that. Definitely not the
that
first
purple
one.
extended mag on that revolver that doubles its ammo.
Yeah, hilarious. Does it always like each of the clips you're gonna get for that, are they relative to each other? Is it kind of like a purple for everything is double the clip size for each?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the Spitfire with purple extended mag is 60, right?
Yeah, because
it starts off with 35.
So
or does it start off with 30?
That's what I'm thinking. I thought it was 30, and then a standard is 35, and then 45, and then 60. 30 starts off with 35, so.
Oh, a gold backpack.
There
That's
it is.
That's that quick healing right
That's
there.
that good. That's what he's looking for. But he's got that blue backpack that he's dropping. So I mean, they
found
some
so
really
much
good
good
drops.
stuff over here.
And now it's hopefully they can hang out.
Swap it out for the Wraith that's been clutching this game right here.
Yeah,
I don't blame him, honestly.
Like, hey, take this. You're gonna need this.
Yeah.
This is a med kit.
Whenever everybody dies and you have to finish off the squad again, you'll be able to heal yourself. You're in a pickle.
Rick. Pickle Rick.
Four squads left now.
I don't know how
just got knocked out.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about those spikes being on that bit, because they're just cosmetic spikes that people just slide through all the time. I do it every time I go through that area, but it's just like now, like dawning on me like how silly that is. Just like slide straight through like metal spikes. It's like, what is that? What are you doing there?
Placing a portal.
Now, did they actually see?
I think so. I think he's trying to.
I think I saw something inside the building areas.
Oh
Oh my goodness, I didn't see him.
Nobody's. Oh,
nice. There's a
knockdown.
Enemy down.
There's another one shooting at him. Oh, there
Don't stand still, bud.
no. They're coming down from every angle.
Got some shots, not a whole lot of good shots, but you did get some. There's at least those 2 other guys, so I don't know if that's a whole one team or if that's 2 teams we're on top of.
Looks like it's just the one, and that one sniping is the last one.
Alright, go ahead and get that thirst. There he is. Alright.
Looks like it's a Bangalore.
Oh, yeah, but is that bang? And they're going to that right on top of him.
Thank you.
Yeah, he doesn't have that golden backpack. He can just fast heal real quick.
That's right. He doesn't have a knockdown shield to protect himself when he does get
oh no,
like this right here.
Oh, he does have
that's sad.
Yeah. I think it's really funny that Mirage's decoy whenever you go down dies so dramatically before you get shot.
Oh man, we got
thirsty.
1 down.
They just like they just killed the one that killed him, so gonna pick up his banner, trying to find another respawn beacon to take. There's one right next to him. Nice.
Wonderful. They're gonna take that one too. They're gonna want to start healing up and shielding up, because if they did take out that team, yeah, there are just 2 squads left. It's just them and one other. But I will say this: with there being 2 squads, it's gonna tell that other squad exactly where they're at.
For sure.
So I mean, that will lead to the firefight either happening here, or the other team's gonna see where they're at, so they're gonna move towards them. So
just hope that they're on the other side of the circle, I guess. Also, something that I found weird about this squad is that whenever they're respawning their teammates, it's like they hit all the capsules and take what they need instead of like leaving all the loot for the guy that's respawning who needs it.
And I'll also say this: they can't be communicating this, but they're not pinging it either.
Yeah,
they just pop
true.
up and like I saw when they were out in the desert, and he scooted off towards the left side. Oh, out of single server.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
That is so unfortunate.
Let's see what's going on here. Got
looks like they just got disconnected from that game.
Yeah, so we're gonna check on, see exactly what's going on with that, but that would be kind of unfortunate because I saw that Wraith had 9 kills at least,
kills, bro.
and then
they only had 1 squad left.
And yeah, that was the last squad.
Looks like we're gonna go into an intermission.
So
we will be back whenever we get this figured out.
Alrighty, so go ahead and hang tight, boys. Go get some water.